give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, and receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Russell. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes a grab down the middle. He's running free down the middle. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Back out there. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Pulls it in. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. For better fortune this time around. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bose
looking for a deep man. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the air, it's Sayin. With the catch, it's Tate. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway.
Ohio State 21, Alabama 3.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Under fire. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
First down for the offense.
The Buckeyes are on the move. off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sayin. Here's a heat. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No. At a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give on the inside. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Hit as he throws. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
That's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Look out! And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The sure hands, it's Williams. Turning it on! A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Buys a little extra time. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal. And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. Racing down the left side. Past the 30. Inside the touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeye! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. The give on the option. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now on the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the catch, it's Tate. Push down for the tackle.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and pull it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Paul finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, oof, that would be a fun day.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Here comes the heat. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll run it from the gun. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
Let's go. Wait. Single, single. All right.
Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And option football is so hard to defend. It basically becomes assignment football. It's almost like basketball where you say, I got him, you got him. Defensive ends a lot of times have to play the quarterback. And once the quarterback pitches it, a lot of times it's the alley defender next who has to come up and make those plays. Those options really stress defenses.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Russell. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 31, set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Tate. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
Rides to back and leaves it. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Russell. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass. On target. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Edwards. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Alabama, 17.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Sayed. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Second down.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They punt it away on 4th down.
Returner goes out of bounds.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Smith. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Under fire. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Rides the back on the option to give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun to give, looking for room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Russell. Finds his man, it's Hale. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Oh, he's got a chance. Still on his feet at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
3:25.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Ohio State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him, and just right there.
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Swings it out to the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Got it in the middle. It's Hale. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The inside handoff. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Oh, they're after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. He's at the 10. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
What an outstanding job by that guy. Ball's on the ground. He finds it. He scoops it up, and he's not thinking, hey, I'm just going to go down. I'm going to go out of bounds. I'm trying to score. He's got a convoy. He's got people trying to help block for him. He ended up getting tackled, but not before going all the way to the other side of the field and now setting his offense up in great real estate.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Edwards. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
Finds a man on the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
Let's go.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Gets the back moving. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating the...
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Guys will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Motion from the back. To the air. It's Sayed. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Mack. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Release to the back. Found the spot in the defense. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 1st down from the 28. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Hale. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man to the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were